Hey, Mr. Wilson. Hey, Drea. Hey, guys. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? It's what day is today? Thursday. September is almost done with, and we're gonna talk U.S. immigration. Somebody says it's been a month after my interview, and not approved yet, even though they said I was gonna in 10 days. That's normal. Typically, you ideally wait 120 days after your interview for a decision on whether or not they're approving your case, or they're gonna send you an RFE, or they're gonna send you a notice of intent to deny. After 120 days, sorry, it is typically a good time to start following up with them, asking for your decision. Okay, so that's normal. All right, guys, if you're joining me, help me to tap the screen and share the live. We're talking U.S. immigration. Everything we're going to be discussing this evening is to be considered as educational material. None of it should be thought of as legal advice. Come on, guys, tap the screen for me. Help me out. Again, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, there's a number above my head. It's 850-920-3475. You could go ahead and text that number and you'll get connected with me. Guy told me I was going to get it in 10 days. My green card is still waiting. And it seems like you didn't hear what I said just now, Rosa. The guy could tell you that you were going to get it the next day. You still haven't gotten it yet. And I'm telling you, typically 120 days is the wait period. After that, then you need to call and follow up what's going on. Hey, I'm doing good, Taji. I'm doing good. Somebody says, do you offer services to people in California? Yes, I do offer services to people throughout the entire United States, and even some of those who are outside. Hey, Miss McDermott, good evening. Thank you for joining. Guys, if you have your questions, you can drop it in the chat. If you don't have a question, just help me to tap the screen and share the live, okay? Somebody else is saying, is it true that green card marriage cases are denied? I hate when you guys come and ask these questions that I would deem rubbish. No. If it is that you have a case and you do not have enough evidence, and yes, you're going to get a denial. But no, not every case is going out with a denial. No. So what I'd like to know is how long it's taking to get an EAD after biometrics. It depends. What process are you doing? My brother was kidnapped back home, and I have my asylum interview soon. Can I go alone? I mean, if you don't have an attorney to go, then certainly you have to go alone. It's important to go. If you don't go, then there's an automatic removal. I'm in California. How can I reach you? Phone number is above my head, 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. So VAWA is a little different. With VAWA, after you get your biometrics, there's no indication that you're even going to get a work permit. Typically, we see work permits being issued anywhere between 2 to 8 months of the VAWA process. All right. I'm wherever you want me to be, Precious Collins. Wherever you want me to be. But currently, I'm in New York talking to you. I'm in New York. Next week, I'll be in Georgia. And then the week after, I think I might be in D.C. Hey, carry on. All right, so yeah, I got married in Ghana. My husband is in Ghana. Can I get a divorce here in America? Yes, you can. What are you submitting an expedite for? And but whatever it is that you're submitting an expedite for, if you go to the USCIS website, they'll have instructions there on how you can request the expedite on whatever case it is that you're trying to get done. After the biometrics, now it's taking a few months. Yes. Hey, Genuine. Mr. Premier Fashion Determination. Oh, my prima facie determination letter is already expired for 9 months. So typically they would send you another one. Once that one is expired, they typically send you another one in the mail. Maybe you could reach out and ask them for one. If you're going to do a marriage-based green card process, now you need to have evidence to support your case. So it makes no sense you're just sending in the application with just a marriage certificate, because that won't help you. You need to have evidence to submit with your case, which is evidence to show proof that the marriage is bona fide. All right. Mr. Kiffin says he's the real deal, guys. He helps a lot of people. Yeah, definitely. And Mr. Kiffin is an insurance agent there. If you have an asylum, can I apply for travel documents? You can, but where are you traveling to? That's a big question. Can H4 visa holder apply for EAD? I have to double check that. Perhaps not, but I have to double check. When am I coming Florida? I don't have Florida on the books though. I don't have Florida on the books right now. But I need to go to Florida. I haven't been in a long time. What's the age limit for a person? Hey, Jamro Carmel, what's the age limit a person can petition for their spouse child? As long as, okay. So I know the question you're asking. So if you got married to your spouse and your spouse has a child, that child counts as your stepchild if when you got married, the child was under the age of 18. And so if the child was under the age of 18, you have up until like the child becomes 21 to petition for them. All right. Somebody says, how long does it take to get an asylum-based green card approved? No, please. I'm not sure. Hey, Mrs. Leroy, thank you so much for joining. I think so. Can you apply for a travel document if my asylum is still pending? You can. But where are you traveling to? That's the question I'm asking. Right, and Taji is saying that one of the evidence that you typically need to show proof that your marriage-based green card is, your marriage is legitimate is life insurance policies. He writes policies for persons who are here in the U.S. And whether or not you're looking about immigration, an immigration process, you need to get a life insurance, right? And so he can help you with your life insurance. So you can go ahead and reach out to him if you have any issues. Or if you don't have a life insurance, you need to reach out to him. So here's my general thing. If you are an asylum seeker and you're here, have a pending asylum, you need to just sit and work. Sit, work, save your money. Make sure you're paying your lawyer and make sure you're preparing for when you have your interview, your court hearing. You should not be thinking about traveling anywhere. That's just my thoughts. That's my opinion. It's not legal opinion. It's mine. Okay? Mrs. DeRed, are you in Florida? You have a radio station, Taji? Please double check for me, bro. All right, I'll do that. Just send me a message there. Violence against women, if is pending, if can protect you. I don't understand what you're saying. You did VAWA, right? And you're saying if you have a pending VAWA, if that can protect you from what? Deportation? Right now is if the court is going to wait on you. So is it a defense against deportation? It is. Will the court wait on you? That's another question. Right? Ever since I got my green card, your life don't interest me no more, Jay. Okay, and that is totally normal. That's totally normal, you know. You've got your green card, you have no need for the information that I am giving. So my lives are of no interest to you. And so if you do come on the live, just tap the screen, share it with somebody that may find it valuable. As some always say, no, some are we ungrateful. As some are we married to the man or the woman, and as soon as we get the green card, we dash dirty water in them face. As always there. Alright, somebody's asking, do you inherit spousal debt upon marriage? I don't know. It depends. Did you sign a prenup? Hey, Ipe House, good evening. Guys, I have one more week left in New York and then I'm gone. Alright, guys, thank you so much for joining. If you're coming in, remember to tap the screen, share the live. Hey, Warrior Queen, thank you so much. Happy Thursday. I have a pending asylum. Can you apply for a travel document to Europe? I mean, sure, if you want to go to Europe, sure, why not? Good evening, Jay. How long does it take to get scheduled interview? I mean, citizenship, that process is taking anywhere from 3 to 6 months. That's actually one of the fastest processes right now with immigration. So typically 3 to 6 months. Somebody says, what if the person get married when the child is 18 years? Well, that child doesn't qualify as a stepchild. The child needs to be under the age of 18. All right. What is your asylum pending, but you get married? So what if you have an asylum pending and you get married? You get married to a U.S. citizen. Well, it really depends. Say, for example, you came in and you had good entry and you filed an asylum because, you know, you were facing some sort of fear in your home country. Your asylum is approved. I'm sorry, it's pending, but then you got married to a U.S. citizen. You might qualify for an adjustment of status. And that's where you texting or calling the number above my head comes in very handy. 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. Connect with us and we will be happy to walk you through the process. Okay? All right. Somebody else, yeah, KJP says is agreeing, says ungrateful. If it's mortgage, yes. Oh, you're talking about the debt. Got it. Some of them treat the people them bad, through them weird pan the card. That's why them leave. Understand, vice versa, right? That, you know, sometimes the US citizens treat you real bad when they know you're waiting on the card. And so that's why as soon as you get the card, you leave. And sometimes some people too, on the other hand, you know, they were treated well, them just don't want to be there. All right? Somebody says no prenup, but yet considering. Okay. One more week in New York. Can you help me to renew my Jamaican passport? Sure, Faith. Go ahead and reach out to 850-920-3475. Have you seen an increase in J1 2-year waiver declines? Yes. Since the new government came in, the Secretary of State is deciding to not recommend a lot of the J1 waivers for approval. How long does it take for citizen child petitioning for their mother to approve? Considering that the citizen child is over 21, typically 1 to 2 years, depending on where mom is located. All right, somebody says strong evidence, joint bank account, joint lease agreement, joint life insurance, utility bills. Yes, so immigration wants to see that you have assets that are joined together. So especially those financial assets and those things that show that there's some sort of commingling. Yes, those are the stuff that you want to put together when you are submitting a marriage-based green card nowadays. All right. Somebody says, so since the child is 18, how can we petition for her? So I'm saying, if it is that the child is 18 at the time you got married, the child is not considered as a stepchild on the U.S. immigration law. Therefore, you would not be able to petition for the child. As parent, when they become a green card holder, they can petition for the child as long as the child is under the age of 21. File VAWA June 2 with adjustment of status. Haven't received receipt notice yet. That's very normal. I filed one in February and we only got the receipt like 2 weeks ago. I filed one in July. We did got the receipt 2 weeks ago. But it really depends. Most of them are taking a very long time for the receipts. And so that's the VAWA petitions, especially those that are filed concurrently. All right, somebody says, couldn't obtain death certificate. I sent a police report and a letter from an attorney to NVC. All right, Warrior Queen, let's see how that works out. Mom is in Jamaica. Yes, it's going to take 1 to 2 years, maybe 3, thereabout. Hey, Janet, good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, if you're just coming in, help me to tap the screen, share the live. I'm not answering any more questions because look at that. I'm not even at 2K likes yet. And I'm a very handsome young man. If it's even that alone, you could tap and like the screen for. But I'm also providing valuable information to you, just information. We're not offering any sort of legal advice. So I think that too warrants you tapping the screen. And if you want to connect with us one-on-one, 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. That's the number that you text or call. And if you text or call it right now, there's somebody that's ready and waiting to guide you to booking a consultations. We have a discount on consultations, so it's not $97, but $79 until the end of this month. That's $79 to get you with me on a call for 30 minutes one-on-one. All right, so if you text number 850-920-3475, that's 850-920-3475, text us, and we will get you connected. It's $79 for the consultation. All right, well, I will resume answering these questions as soon as I am at 10K likes. I'm always telling them that in New York, I could go find one nice little restaurant and go buy one $200 plate of food, eat. Come on, guys, remember to tap the screen. Y'all could be doing way better than that. I'm trying to go to 10K likes. That's all we're trying to go. 10K likes real quick. Oh, no, rate me, no, because I'll know when I reach 10K. It's 110 of you guys. That should have been like 30 seconds and we're at 10K. Real. Guys, at the rate to now go. right, guys, 2K more likes, and then we start again answering all of these questions that all of you have. 2 more K likes, and then we can go. All right. In the meantime, if you want to give us a text, go ahead. 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. Go ahead and text us there. We will respond to you. And then all right, so the next question is, I submitted my N400 application July 2025, and you are saying that you have not yet gotten an interview scheduled. Have you done biometrics? What's going on with that? I-130 for wife abroad approved and sent to the NVC, but wife about to give birth anytime. Okay, that's fine. Have you completed the NVC process? Are you already documentally qualified? Because I know you want to request an expedite, right? But have you done all of those stuff yet? Because you got to make sure you complete the application and become documentally qualified, and then now you can say to them, yo, so my wife I got baby though, I'm in need for daddy, right? To them, yo, so my wife I got baby though, I'm in need for daddy, right? So Warrior Queen, you don't take my answer? Warrior Queen, me know say if you never married, you'd have married me right now. Alright? Jay, because you're not on live as much again. That's the reason. Because I'm traveling. That's it, I'm traveling. That's why I've been in New York. And, New York can get very tiring. I've been here. Hey, Carla, what's up? How are you doing? Somebody says, sir, I have a question. Is it safe to get a CDL, my EAD and SSN, and I have an asylum pending? Are they giving CDLs to people who are not permanent residents? I know something was going on with CDLs and drivers and stuff. So I'm not sure on that. Oh, thank you for joining, Carla. Somebody says, can you take on an appeal case? No, we would not want to take on an appeal case. All right. Warrior Queen. Why do you wait until the case is at the stage of appeal to want us to take it on? Yeah, I don't think CDL. No problem. If you text us, we'll respond to you. Somebody says, case actively being reviewed. June was the interview. What should I expect? So it's a green card application. You did the interview in June and it's still actively being reviewed, right? I would follow up now because I think 120 days would have gone long time. So I would follow up with them now to see what's going on. That's what I would do. How was the interview? Was it rough? Like, is there a cause for concern? What's going on? Somebody says, if my visa status showed issued for a month now, can the visa be denied again and why? They can revoke it, yes. How long it takes to submit a worker payment? When you say worker payment, what do you mean? Okay, so that's normal. They typically do that. So, that's normal. So I'd follow up. I think it's enough time now to follow up. Have your U.S. citizen spouse give them a call. CEO CC, how you doing? Oh, thank you. No problem. No problem. So that's typically normal, right, guys? Typically, when you're going to do the interview, they typically tell you that. All right? I know some people are still missing their court dates, and I know why, and I understand why. Because now they call what's that place around there? So Federal Plaza, they call it the belly of the beast. Working permits. You're saying how long? The working permits cost is $550, and if you're applying for it, why are you not applying online? Is it true that your green card holder spouse can file for you now, and your status will change? It depends. If you're in good status, you haven't gone over status, and you have a green card holder spouse, it's current. So if you guys had filed before September, whenever, then it would have become current, and so now you could adjust status. But it's tricky because you have to be in status in order to do that. But a green card holder spouse can always file for you. It's just that it's not always current. In the event that you could adjust status if you're inside the US. What may be the cause for the visa to be revoked? Maybe they change their mind. They can do that. Because visas are issued based on the contents. I don't want to say the contents. It's the discretion of the officer. Alright. How long after biometrics does USCIS issue EAD and SSN? What case type are you doing? Somebody says, can I apply for work permit after it expires? Yes, you can. You can apply for the renewal after it expires. Yes, you can. Do I call you directly or text? You can text or you can call, but you will not get me directly. You have to book a consultation in order to talk to me. It's $79. I don't talk for free. The only time I talk for free is here on TikTok. Oh yeah, 26 Federal Plaza is right on the next street. When I go to FedEx to print, there's the FedEx across from 26 Federal Plaza. So I'm always walking past Federal Plaza. Oh, so that won't work for her then. How long does it take for my asylum case to start? I don't understand. How you mean how long it takes? Where are you applying for asylum? Is it with the court? Is it with USCIS? What do you mean how long it takes to start? How long does I-130 take? It depends. They're taking anywhere from 6 months to 6 to 18 months on a normal. So we're doing a discount right now, Jadon. It's $79 right now. All right, we're doing a discount for $79. Can you get a 2-year green card in a state and get state ID in the next state? Yeah. Because at the time when you get your 2-year green card, you might have been living in New York, and then you decide to move to go to Florida because maybe a better job is down there. Yeah, you can always look about your state ID there. Yeah, man, I'm right here. By the city hall. Hey, good evening. Where's your office? Nigel, we're based in Georgia. Where are you located? If violence against women is approved, he can cancel the order of supervision. If the VAWA is approved, he has an order of supervision. Tell me what's going on. So he was already ordered removed. How long does USCIS take to distribute work permit? It really depends, Ashanti. It really depends. There's nothing that says you're gonna get your work permit within a month to 2. You understand? Each case is different. Some people get theirs in a month. Some people don't get any at all. Some people get them in 3, some 6 months. It really depends. I check with ICE every year for 20 years. Which means that you may have had an order of supervision for real. You were ordered deported, but you could not have been sent back to your home country, or you have withholding of removal or something of that sort. So yes, you'll have to get that removed if you know of a VAWA approved in order for you to qualify for a green card. So y'all take me to 11K likes and stop tapping the screen. Y'all are funny. We've been talking for 30 minutes. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go because y'all are just not appreciative over here. And so, you know, it's better I don't come on TikTok, right? Let me see where I could go for dinner. I have with Evidence Life Insurance. Call me up 917-907-0121. All 50 states. ITIN accepted. Japanese. If my name is spelled Jessica or Jessica and an error was made, where was the error made? Where was the error made? On your green card, on your work permit, where? And just so you know, when these errors happen and you send back your card to USCIS, it takes a long time for them to fix it and send it back. Sometimes people wait up to 9 months just to get the error fixed and the card sent back to them. So it takes some time. On the DS-160, it's spelled Jessica. Will it be an issue on my visa? Well, hopefully not, considering that they'll have your birth certificate and your passport with the correct spelling. Hopefully that, you know, that it won't come with the bad spelling. But that was your error on the DS-160. Good afternoon. I am on filing. How long after sending in your documents does it take to get through? Which stage of the filing are you? Are you at NVC or are you still at USCIS? Somebody says, one, my green card, they gave me middle name as my first name. And did you get that fixed? Hey, Kenisha, good afternoon. Thank you for coming on. Somebody here is saying my filing. Okay, so your filing is at NVC. Are you documentarily qualified? And if you are, what preference category are you in? No, I didn't know what to do. You should have sent it back to them. So you could reach out to them and let them know and then send it back to them. Hello, can a grandmother adopt his grandson and then file for him? Yes. Why would they approve your green card but send back a paper to sign? What paper they send back to you to sign? Can green card holders file for child in the US? They can. How old is that child though? What if it is the same error for my social media? For your social security or your social media? Then Jessica, for your social security or your social media? Then Jessica, why are you guys making so much error with this? One of the documents that submit with the paper and they send it back to you for a signature, then just get them the signature and send it right back. Yes, they said it's not complete. So fix whatever the error is and send it right back. Social media, I was asking about my name error. I'm not following. My I-49 was denied. I'm refiling. Does the 33 days they give us still counts? You need to refile and submit within that time, yes. So even though you refile, you may still get a notice to appear. And that's the rough part of it, especially under this administration. The 485 will deny, and by the time you're supposed to put together the application to refile, you have a notice to appear in the mail. And that's pretty rough because then that puts you in removal proceedings, and then removal proceedings is not easy to navigate. It's not easy to navigate. Yeah, removal proceeding is not easy to navigate. because when I went for the green card interview, they need some more information and I sent the info. Okay? What if someone has a marriage base and then turns into VAWA? However, they deny the 485. So here's the thing, because they deny the 485, they may want to refer you to immigration court that is putting you in removal proceedings. So if you have your VAWA pending, right, the VAWA would be your defense against removal. So let's just hope they realize that you have a VAWA pending and they don't place you in removal. Hey, Latasha. Somebody here is saying, what if you're in asylum and they close your case and you were unaware? Case is just closed. You have to find another relief. TT, you have to find another relief. Hey, good evening. When I sent back the information they need, it shows that the green card is approved, but they sent a paper to sign. Then sign the paper and send it back after you've read it carefully. But the I-130 is still pending. Okay. That means something was wrong with the 485 or the 864. I mean, I can, if you want to reach out. If you want to reach out to 8509203475. Okay, so you already sent it back yesterday, so why are you asking now? It's too late to send back, so what are you asking? The lawyer is telling her to wait on the VAWA now to be approved. Okay. Because that's what you would do, though. Yes, it was the I-64. And so they give 33 days. Do they count weekend? Yes. In the 33 days, weekends are counted, yes. Then after file the 45. Yes, so you'll have to refile the 45 after the VAWA is approved. So that's correct. My EAD renewal has been pending for 4 months. What should I do? I had an EAD renewal that was pending for 1 year. It was just approved this week, Monday. It was pending for 1 year, and it was just approved to Monday. Remember, USCIS says that once you file the renewal, then it is considered that your EAD is extended for an automatic 540 days. I have a question. If you never had a hearing, what about if you miss your ICE appointment? So if you miss your ICE appointment, ICE may want to put a warrant out for your arrest. That's one thing. And two, it tells them or the government that you might be a flight risk. And so say, for example, you were to be picked up by ICE for some reason or the other, they may not want to grant you not want to grant you a bond because you're a flight risk, because you didn't show, you weren't good for showing up to your ICE check-ins and those stuff. What is the best thing to do if the green card was sent to the wrong address and got sent back? Well, reach out to them and let them know and see if they'll send it back to you. And if they decide that they're not going to send it back to you, you might have to do a replacement. So God forbid, if I got a notice to appear, what's the way forward? Well, you let your lawyer know that you have the notice to appear, and then you will now have proceedings in court, and then your lawyer will have to assist you with that. If your lawyer is not one that does removal proceedings, then you'll need to find a lawyer that will help you with your removal defense. Big up my friend, long time me no see, long time me no join your live. It looked like you're at a new crib. Congrats again, big up. Thank you. Yeah, I'm in New York right now though. Do you think it is safe to travel right now even though you have a pending marriage-based case? Where are you traveling to though? Slim T, where you traveling to? Within the US? Well, it depends. You have to do what you have to do, A lot of people do it and they don't have issues. But again, this is a decision you're going to make on your own. So you're not going to travel because I said a lot of people do it. You're going to decide, okay, do I really need to go to Florida now? You see what I'm saying? Can whatever I'm going to Florida come to me? So that's something I'd consider if perhaps I were you. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. Can I travel internationally if I have a pending asylum and an active F1 visa? I'm going to school. You can't just travel. You have an asylum. It becomes tricky because you have an asylum and you have an F1. With the F1, it allows you to travel. But with the asylum, you might find yourself in issues deciding to travel. So when it comes down to traveling, it's pretty tricky. All right, and that's how I always say it's best to just consult with your attorney. Hey, good evening. I got my VAWA receipt, how long it takes for my green card. You're very funny, Angel. Very funny. You just got your VAWA receipt and you're asking about the green card. Is your VAWA already approved? Because the VAWA, it takes up to 3 years, sometimes 4 years to be approved. And it's after the VAWA is approved before the green card will be adjudicated. All right? So if you're just applying, you have a long wait. What about someone who has a pending asylum waiting for an interview? Can you travel locally? Sure. What happened if a couple months of receiving a 10-year green card, he wants a divorce? If you have an attorney, talk with your attorney, and then because you guys will need to be talking. You guys will need to be talking. Oh, he says that you got a 10-year and he wants a divorce. I mean, if the marriage is not working out, you don't have to force it. You don't have to force the marriage, boo, if it's not working out. Yeah, man, if the marriage is not working out, you don't need to force it. It's just that you'll have to wait 5 years. Well, no. How long? So, okay, did you have a 2-year green card before the 10-year? How long now would it have made? How long now, if you count from the first time you got a green card, would you have had a green card? So you're just getting the green card. So you'd have to wait 5 years before you can naturalize. Yeah, you'd have to wait 5 years before you can naturalize. And that's without your spouse, considering that you divorce, you guys get divorced. Guys, let's go to 20K likes. Keep tapping the screen and sharing the live, okay? For those, again, who want to do the one-on-one chat, 850-920-3475. That's the number to text or call, 850-920-3475. I did my interview from June and I haven't heard anything since. Have you followed up with them, Taylor? I'm married to a US citizen, but we both live in the Cayman Islands. Can you file for me? Yes, you can. Sure, you can. He can definitely file for you. If I was you. Guys, one moment. Let me go get my water. What am I gonna... My lawyer doesn't update me or anything, only reach out monthly payments. I have not gotten a date. My lawyer doesn't update me or anything, only reach out monthly payments. I have not gotten a date. Sometimes we've been talking for how long? Let me. I figured that something was wrong right there because I was not seeing anything going on. All right, I did. I already did my declaration and psychological evaluation. Okay. All right. Good afternoon. I'm a citizen as a child, over 22, but I'm from what at it. Yeah, you can always apply for her. It may take some time because she's over 21. Somebody says, can you still send for a child after swearing against him because the mother did not sign the consent? I don't understand. I don't know how to follow up on my work permit. Call USS. That invitation was sent in an error. Alright, so yeah. So as I was saying, 850-920-3475, that's the number to text or call us. That's 850-920-3475. Hey Carlene. That's the number to text or call us, and we will talk soon. Again, it's a pleasure connecting with you this evening, and I'll see you pretty soon again. Bye-bye.